My name is Terry Ferguson, and I love the community. I love the people in the community, and I love working particularly with seniors. I come from a family of 8 children. My parents taught us from the time we were young that the pleasure you get from giving to others it far exceeds anything that you'll ever enjoy. I was sewing masks for the seniors at the Millwoods Senior Center, as well as the Grey Nuns Hospital. And I thought, I need to do more. So I have a brother who is a glass artist, and I contacted him and I asked him if he could make me a glass mask, a face mask. I had a little event at the Millwoods Golf Course, and I invited firefighters, police, some of the local people who have done so much to help frontline workers. From there, I thought I need again to do more. And I have a good friend who is a goldsmith, and I asked him if he would create a face mask pin. I started making masks because people were asking if they could buy them, and originally I just gave them away. And then I thought, well, sure, if you want to buy a mask, then that money can go towards pins. To date, I have been able to provide over 1,000 pins. Eventually, I would like this to grow into something more. I would like to see it maybe sponsored by a company so that we can provide more of these pins to say thank you so much and we love the work that you're doing. It's just so much fun. And I think if people realized how much fun they could have, that's a big secret. You know, just get out there and have fun and do something for somebody and watch what happens.
My name is Marcia Parity. My granddaughter, because of COVID, she was doing some homeschooling. And so I said, hey, I can help out with that. So 2 days a week, the kiddos came here and we did our homeschooling here. And of course it's COVID, so there's a lot of uncertainty. So my job, in my mind, was to make this a safe, loving, grounding place. I ended up with 4 little girls who ran on high octane fuel. I had to have a coffee just to make sure I was vibrating at a similar level. And it was amazing. I got so much joy from that. At my age, I want to be able to be as healthy as I can be, to do things that I love with the people for as long as I can. And my granddaughter says, Amma, your main job is to play. And why not, right? It's a time to explore. It's a time to learn. It's about bringing all of your life together, like living through the spring and the summer, and now you're in the autumn. Do you know that beautiful bold color between red and orange? So that's my goal, to live my life vermilion. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Eric Story. I live in wonderful Cloverdale community, and I'm involved in quite a few projects in the city. Age Friendly Edmonton, the Edmonton Seniors Coordinating Council, Big Brothers Big Sisters. When I was looking at retirement, I thought, what can I do? Well, I can do a little bit of business consulting, but maybe I'll take a little bit more time to see what I can do in the community. I managed to find some volunteer opportunities, and one just led to another, led to another, led to another. People always say, oh, you're so wonderful for volunteering. And what they are missing is the part about how much that volunteering adds to my life. The opportunity to really expand my network, meet people with similar interests. Sad truth is, as we get older, some of our networks are shrinking. And if you don't keep working to expand those networks and find new people with similar interests, you're going to be a little bit isolated. The retirement is really a second life, and so many of these agencies in town are there to really help people make the most of that second life. The most important thing is looking after yourself in the context of other people. Understanding what you can give to others and what others can give to you, and how that balance enriches everybody.
My name is Bonnie Herring-Cooper. I'm here because Peggy and I coordinate the work bees at Lendrum Park every week, once a week, Monday nights this year. From the beginning of June until the end of August.
My name is Peggy Follansby. I took the Master Naturalist course that the city was providing back in 2012, and that's when I became really passionate about native plants, diversity, and met Bonnie, and that's how I followed up after that course with volunteering here in this naturalized area.
It's really about the relationships. It's just such a great community building experience, and people, almost everyone stays for refreshments afterwards. We go over to the park and sit in the shade shelter and have popsicles or cookies. But it's just the relationships.
We've had a couple of events. We did a family nature night a few years ago. At the end of our nature walk, we challenged the kids to pull weeds, and there's this one little guy, he was probably about 4 years old, and we were over on the other side of this hill, and we were pulling toad flax. And it's a very pretty plant, but it's also very invasive. And there were just huge patches, and this little guy says, Mommy, there's a whole forest of them. And he was just in there pulling, and he was just so enthusiastic. It just makes me smile. I grew up in a family of gardeners, so, we've always had plants and grown vegetables, and just kind of disregarded what nature was doing all on its own. So that course, the Master Naturalist course, just gave me a totally new perspective. And then spending time with Bonnie, who is an amazing gardener, she has taught me so much about vegetables and fruit and weeds. So we share that passion to make this as beautiful and as healthy as we can.
Connection is what it's all about. Whether it's connection to nature, connection to your loved ones, connection to a higher power, connection to kind of your inner spirit.
My name is Brian Christensen. I'm 73 years old. My wife developed dementia in 2013, I guess it was. So we had a couple of very rough years, and she went into care. And I thought, boy, this is so great. I don't have to fight with this anymore. But then I started getting lonely. I was sitting watching TV, and I wasn't going out. And I'd heard about the Men's Shed program, and I attended one meeting, and that was it. I got hooked. It's a wonderful organization for retired men that are marginalized or lonely. I started having presenters come to the meetings as opposed to just sitting around drinking coffee. And sitting around drinking coffee is a very important part of the Men's Shed. And it just grew from there. We just had our 57th meeting. I probably take more pride now in what I'm doing with the shed than I did when I was working. Started out as a bunch of strangers, and now we have guys phoning other guys in the group, just friends, go for coffee, that type of thing. And that really means a lot to me that they've come together like that. Men seem to, once they're retired, they're put on a shelf and put away somewhere, and draw your pension and you die and away you go. But friendship with men of the seniors' age, where they can compare and they know they're not alone. They know they're not just stuck out there. They have support. And that's why I tried to develop the presentation, the online virtual meetings for that, is because you need somebody. You can't exist on your own.